If you're thinking about selling, depending upon where you live, the market can be tough. But here's the thing. The small mistakes can cost you big time, like thousands of dollars in lost offers or months on the market. So today, I'm going to take you on an exclusive step-by-step tour through this beautiful, charming 2-bedroom, 2-bath guest home. Now, this is nestled on 4 acres. It's super clean, it's perfectly staged, and it's the kind of place that absolutely sells itself. But we'll use it today to highlight the common errors that sellers make, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can avoid them with actionable steps so that you can apply them right now to your home. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right, before we even step inside, let's talk about the first deadly error. That's neglected curb appeal. So when people walk up to your house, it's the home's handshake with buyers. And if it looks unkept from the outside, they might not even come in. Now, I have seen homes that sit on the market for months because the exterior screams, "Hey, I need some work." But look at this home. It's on a hill with lush greenery all the way around, has a welcoming porch swing, and nice, clean landscaping. No overgrown bushes, no paint peeling here. But tip number 1, you want to spend a weekend power washing your siding, trimming those hedges, adding fresh mulch. And if your front door is faded, paint it in a bold color, an inviting color like a navy blue or a red. It can boost perceived value by up to 5%. But deadly error to avoid is leaving junk piles, old bikes, trash bins, all that stuff in plain sight. Buyers form opinions in seconds. You want to hide all that stuff in a garage or in a storage area. Now, this home sits on a 4-acre lot and feels spacious and private. But imagine if you had stuff out on the lawn. Imagine the clutter. Imagine how it would feel cramped. Okay, so let's open the door and step inside the entryway.
Okay, as we open the door and we step inside, this is what we see. It's an entryway. Now, the entryway is your first impression. You got to get this one right. So welcome inside. The entryway is your home's first interior impression. And the deadly error number 2 is clutter overload. Shoes piled up, coats. It makes the space feel very small and chaotic. So buyers want to envision their life, not yours. And you want to make sure that it's inviting to them and it has a clean palette. So in this home, the entry is spotless. It's open, it's flowing, and it's right into the living area. No personal items in sight. There is decorations, but it's very welcoming. It's a welcome zone with simple console table, a mirror that bounces light, and a vase full of fresh flowers. You can declutter ruthlessly, and if you haven't used it in 6 months, box it up, put it in storage, and get it out of sight. Now, another tip is to check for scuff marks on the walls or worn doormats. A quick touch-up paint job can cost you under $20, but it screams well maintained. And that's the impression that you want. Now, this home has clean lines. It's got neutral tones, and it makes it feel bigger. It does have high ceilings, but you want to avoid the error of dark, dated lighting. You can swap those old light fixtures for modern lighting. Now, buyers love bright, open spaces. Let's move into the heart of the home, the living room. It's the living room. Now, this is where families gather. But deadly error number 3 is poor staging and personalization overload. You don't see any family photos on the walls here. You might not see quirky decorations. That's going to distract from your buyer seeing the full potential of the room and the house itself. Now, I've had clients who have lost offers because the buyers couldn't just see past the seller's style. Now, this living room, it absolutely nails it. Look at that. It's an open concept, warm gas fireplace. That's the focal point. Comfy seating area and a large TV mounted neatly above the fireplace. But you're going to notice one thing, the neutral palette. It lets buyers imagine their decor. You can put anything in this room. But here's the tip. Depersonalize by removing 90% of the photos and knickknacks. Now, if you have holiday items, that's fine. But rearrange the furniture to highlight that flow. Like facing the fireplace here, for cozy vibes. But one error that you absolutely want to avoid is ignoring any kind of a small repair, like a squeaky floor or a cracked outlet. Fix that stuff before listing it because it prevents buyers from lowballing you. Now, I want you to look at this space from a different angle because everything is pristine here. And you can add a pro idea right here by throw pillows, right? Or a rug to keep it warm. But just remember, keep it minimal. Don't overload the room. You also want to keep in mind lighting. Lighting is the key. And this room has great natural light. But if yours doesn't, you just want to add lamps or make it brighter. Now, studies show that a well-staged living room can add 1 to 5% of your sale price. Now, the adjoining kitchen, let's check this one out. The kitchen is often the deal maker or the breaker. Now, deadly error number 4 is outdated appliances or messy countertops. You'll notice nothing is here on the counters. Very sparse. But buyers tend to spend a lot of time here, and if your kitchen looks tired, they're going to think remodeling costs and they're deducting it from their offer. Sometimes that's $10,000 or $50,000. This chef-inspired kitchen is a dream. Sleek quartz countertops, classic farmhouse sink, premium stainless steel appliances, and a high-end gas stove. But look at it. It's spotless with clear counters. It's inviting. Makes you want to even cook, right? Now here's another idea. Deep clean everything. I'm talking grout, oven, fridge. Go through everything and be meticulous. If your kitchen is old, consider affordable upgrades like new handles or a fresh coat of paint on those cabinets. If the color's not right, get it styled up so that's today's look. Another big thing that you want to do is avoid the error of strong odors. No lingering garlic, no other smells. Don't overdo it with candles or incense because some people have allergies. Now you can bake cookies before the showing for that homey scent. Now this open layout, it flows seamlessly from the living room and it makes it feel much more spacious. Now a thing that you want to keep in mind is organize your cabinets. People will open those up and buyers are going to peek inside. So you can use bins or shelves, make sure they're all tidy and they have a clean look. So if your kitchen is dated or the tile in the back is dated, you can make a simple peel and stick and put it on the backsplash, and that can transform a kitchen for under $100. But this home's premium features could easily justify a higher asking price. They did a great job here. So next we're going to the bedrooms. Master bedroom, primary bedroom, that's the sanctuary. So deadly error number 5 is overcrowded or unmatched bedding and lumpy mattresses or too much furniture. And it makes a room feel tiny and uninviting. Now you'll notice this is pretty spread out here. But we're starting in this primary bedroom because it has an expansive king-size bed. Now, as we look to the other side of the room, there's a big dresser and a big TV above the dresser, so you can watch TV from bed. And I'm going to tell you that the spacious walk-in closet is the highlight. We'll get in there in a minute. But this is all elegant and clutter-free. Here's an extra tip here. Always use neutral bedding. You see the grays, the whites, they make that bed feel hotel style. And you'll remove excess furniture. That will maximize the space even further. Now the second bedroom, it's kind of cozy, but we do have bunk beds for kids, a 3-drawer dresser, and a wall-mounted smart TV. It's perfect for small families, but you want to avoid the error of personal items like clothes laying out, something on the floor. Pick all that stuff up. You can stage with minimal decor like a throw blanket you see here or some pillows, right? Does that look good? What do you think? Give me a thumbs up. Do you think any of this looks good? Do you not like it? Tell me what you think. You can also think about adding blackout curtains for better sleep appeal. Now, this home has room darkening shades throughout the house. And buyers love versatile spaces. So you want to highlight the things that add space and the options without crowding your house. Look, if your bedrooms are small, mirrors can make them feel a lot bigger. So this setup could appeal to families and even boost interest even further. So let's move into the bathroom. The bathroom of your house is going to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now, deadly error number 6 is grimy grout and outdated fixtures. Bathrooms actually sell luxury. So if you have mold or leaks, that is a huge turnoff. Now, this master bath, it's stunning. It's got dimmable ambient lighting, an oversized vanity with dual sinks. It's got a walk-in shower with a rain shower head. It's got a deep soaking tub, and the bath is clean and functional. Now remember, you want to scrub everything so that it's sparkling. And I'm talking using bleach in that grout. And update those faucets. If it's rusty, pull them out. It's a cheap fix and it's going to make it look a lot better. So you want to avoid leaving too many of your toiletries out. You can stage it like this with fresh towels and something that's neutral with the rest of the room. Now this home's spa-like bath, it really does add value. And buyers might pay extra for that. What do you think? If you have any drips from the faucet, you want to fix that stuff immediately because water damage really does scare a lot of people off.
And finally, the outdoors. Now, it's deadly error number 7. That's the neglected backyard or the patio. And this home sits on 4 acres, and that's truly a selling point. It features a relaxing porch swing, a grill, and a large fire pit area. Now, the area is serene. There's a lot of wildlife and deer in the yard. But a big tip when selling your home is to mow that lawn, clean the patio furniture, adding lighting strips for ambiance. And you want to avoid the junk piles or the outdoor storage areas. Just put all your tools and all your stuff away and out of sight. Now, when you do this correctly, the space extends the living area to the outdoors, which makes your buyer think it's perfect for entertaining. And if your yard is bare, you might want to consider a fire pit or sprucing it up with some landscaping.
Did you like this tour? Go ahead, let me know in the comments. I'd really love to know what you think. Now, we've walked through this charming home and we've avoided deadly errors like poor curb appeal, the clutter, the bad staging, outdated kitchens, messy bedrooms, grimy baths, and even neglected outdoor spaces. So remember, your preparation when you're selling a house is the key. Declutter, repair, stage, and do it naturally so that you can highlight those features that your house has. And your bonus checklist is to boost that curb appeal, to get the declutter from the entry, stage the living room, update the kitchen, neutralize those bedrooms, sparkle the bathrooms, and enhance the outdoors. If you can do this, I'm going to tell you, you got to win. And if any of this stuff helped, go ahead and subscribe. Comment, what is your biggest selling fear right now? And if you've checked out my channel before, you know that we have many more tips. And I thank you for watching. I want you to sell smart. And if you subscribed, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.